one. I wanted to spend a little time talking about the syllabus, what's expected of you in this course, and how we're going to be going through things in the next few weeks. So I've got loaded here the D2L site for learning and conditioning, section 1 in this summer 2016 version. Here are some of the features of the syllabus. Here's my name, my office hours, my phone and email. It's best to reach me by email. This phone number I don't check, but I do get messages on it, so you can certainly use that number. Prerequisites, objectives for the course. You guys can look through all of this at your leisure. What I wanted to take you through was some of the assignments and expectations. So the first thing to know is that this course is completely online. All the units, modules, videos, assignments, and so on are going to be delivered through D2L. We will not meet face-to-face at any time. You know, we're going to be talking about learning and conditioning, and you're going to be learning some principles and features of behavior analysis primarily, and be able to try to talk reasonably well and cogently about some experiments, some facts, etc. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through the same routine every day. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to accomplish this through a wiki. Now, a wiki is a publicly accessed sort of web composition board. Now, ours isn't going to be publicly accessible. It's only going to be accessible by us in the classroom. But what we're going to do is share our ideas and share our answers about particular things. So to start, what you're going to do in each unit is you're going to look through a preparation guide. A preparation guide will be given to you in advance, and it includes the source material and the due date and what should be stressed. And this is to be used for studying and for identifying the key points in a particular chapter. So as you read the chapter, you should consider the questions in the preparation guide, and you should start taking notes answering those questions. You want to be able to define and explain any of the key concepts that are involved in the study questions on the preparation guide or the prep guide, and doing that. And if you're not aware of an answer, that's fine. And my job is going to be to help you with those troubling questions. Okay, so after you complete your reading, you're going to be asked to complete 3 assignments. And the first is to actually help construct the wiki. And you're going to choose 2 questions from the prep guide, and they're already in the wiki. You're just going to have to go into the wiki and provide your answers. So this is like if you've had another online class, this is like a discussion board, except I don't really like discussion boards because they wind up getting you know, full of overblown opinion and so on and so forth. I want to focus on the content and the questions that I've directed rather than you know, some long string of discussion. And I don't really like grading discussions anyways, because if I make a word requirement, you just fill up the words with a bunch of BS, as I have done in my own online courses that I've taken. So I'm not a big fan of discussion boards. I think this works a little bit better. So the wiki is going to have the questions, the preparation guide, and you're going to go ahead and choose 2 and provide your answers, write your answers to the wiki. Now, I have a separate video and instructions on the wiki that you can go look to in after this or sometime after that, just to get a sense of what the wiki is like. We're going to do the first wiki we're going to do is an introductory wiki, where I'd like you to tell the whole class a little bit about yourself. Then after you do the wiki, then I want you to do a poll. And a poll is also on D2L, and it's just a series of questions. I want you to tell me what you had trouble with, what particular questions you had trouble with on the prep guide and on the wiki. I will read the wiki, obviously, And I'm going to also comment on the wiki. There's a place for wiki entries, and then there's also a place for wiki comments. So if you're reading through the wiki and you find something particularly interesting or controversial, or you don't particularly agree with, you can then write comments in there. Or if you want to put fun stuff in there, if you find funny videos online that demonstrate a particular issue or another lecture or something, that's a great place to post it. 15% of your grade is going to be based on doing the wiki. Basically, if you do entries every couple entries every week, then you get credit. I don't look for grade for accuracy. It's a low stakes, what we call low stakes assignment. Following that, before you can move on to the next unit. So if you've done the reading, completed the preparation guide, entered stuff into the wiki, completed the poll, then what I want you to do, what you're going to have to do, and this is new to my course, is that you're going to have to complete what I call a check for understanding. This is a brief quiz, and you have to master the questions on this quiz before you can proceed to the next unit. You have to get 8 out of 10 of the questions right, and you only have 5 minutes to take it. It's very quick, it's very easy, but I believe this will demonstrate to me that you are ready to move on. This course is a cumulative course. We build from unit to unit to unit to unit, and if you miss a unit and you're not fluent with the material, if you're not familiar with the material that we've covered in Unit 3, Unit 4 may make no sense to you. And then you're just behind, and then you're getting into all sorts of trouble. So I really this requirement is a difficult requirement. I recognize it's maybe a little onerous requirement, but we also know that scientifically we have evidence to suggest that these checks for understanding, or these sort of instructional practices, these assessment practices, ensure that you're going to learn and retain the material better than most. Okay? All right, so following that, before then you start the next unit, also what I'm going to be posting is I'm going to be posting a lecture on the next unit's wiki page, or I'm sorry, D2L page, that reviews the concepts that most of you had difficulty with from the previous unit, because that's how we roll here. So you're going to have a lecture. It's going to be pretty brief, 5 to 10 minutes, about a particular issue that a lot of the class struggled with. Every 2 units, we're going to have a probe. A probe is a graded quiz. Each probe counts 10% of your grade. I will disregard your lowest probe. I'll take out your lowest probe grade. Thus, each of your 5 best probes count for 50% of your grade. If you miss a probe, it counts as your lowest, and it is discarded. If you miss an additional probe, a makeup probe is guaranteed to be more difficult than the original probe. Missing a 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th probe will result in zeros. So you have to take them, and you have to take them on time. I give out gold stars. These are extra credit items. You can read a little bit about them. Final exam. There'll be a final exam like a big probe. It'll be 35% of your grade. Your final grade is based on all your points added up. There's 100 points available, 15 for wiki, 35 for final, 50 for probes. I grade on an absolute scale. We're going to be using one textbook, Mazer, and it's called Learning Behaviors, 7th edition. Hopefully you got it. Here's some notes on email etiquette, attendance. I think you have to be keeping on top of this. You have to visit D2L every day and be working on this every day. We're jamming a whole semester's worth of material into a couple of days. So hopefully that was a good overview of the syllabus. Make sure that you read through this and send me a note if you have any questions. Talk to you soon.